I've got to believe that just about anyone that's ever owned a boat or even contemplated buying one for the first time has at some point wondered about the manufacturing process that goes into making that boat. I myself, I've always wanted to see what goes into making a Skeeter boat. So this last fall, when I got an invite to tour the factory, of course, I jumped at the chance. Now during that tour, we were allowed to bring in a video camera and document the process. So our plan now is to take that video of our tour and turn it into a short series of videos that document the process of building a Skeeter boat from those very first steps until that boat receives its final polish and cleanup job before it heads out the door. So if you've ever been interested in what it takes to build a fiberglass boat, you're going to love this series of videos. Now I'm sure that most people know that fiberglass boats are built in a mold. And it was the first step in the process, working inside that mold, that really caught my attention. It really surprised me the most. Most things in our modern society, whether it be a house, a car, or even an aluminum boat, start with a framework. And then from there, the interior is built out, sides are added, and then, and only then, is the exterior finishes applied. Now, when you're talking about a fiberglass boat, you actually start from the outside and work in. So that pretty glitter and that really shiny exterior coat that you see on a fiberglass boat is actually the very first thing that was done in the manufacturing process of that boat. And once you've got that exterior finished applied, you actually build on the inside of that exterior coat. Fiberglass is added, your internal ribbing, your structure is added to the boat, and things are built from the outside in. And if done correctly, when that boat is removed from the mold, those exterior coats of clear coat and glitter that were originally applied to the mold will adhere to the fiberglass of the boat. And what you have is the first appearance of what will eventually be a finished and very attractive looking fiberglass boat. Now, of course, it takes a very talented craftsman to make things this complicated look this easy. I do remember during the tour that it was explained to me that the most junior worker had 15 years of experience, with most of the people applying these finishes having a minimum of 20 years experience in this area. So obviously, a lot of training and a lot of time goes into developing the skills needed to pull this off successfully. Now, as I watched this process, of course, the people spraying down the finishes and applying the glitter, that seemed to be where all the action was. But one of the highly skilled parts of this process that I don't think dare be overlooked is the people that actually laid down the painter's tape that determined what the pinstripes and curves will look like on the exterior of the boat. And it's not so much just playing within the line, so to speak. These people that were applying the masking tape, the painter's tape, to the inside of these molds needed to know the exact order that the exterior finishes were going to be applied. One wrong row of tape applied in the wrong order would mean that as the painter applied a base coat or a glitter coat and then went on to remove one of those rows or areas of masking tape, if you had one row of tape applied in the wrong order, it would stick and be removed at the wrong time and destroy the entire exterior finish. So again, experience and time on the job had everything to do with a successful outcome of this initial part of this build. So I hope you've enjoyed this first video and what will be a short series of videos that document the manufacturing process of Skeeter boats. And of course, this time around we covered the application of the exterior finishes. Next time we're going to get into the fiberglassing process and how that Skeeter boat begins to take shape. And of course, one thing I want to point out before we close is Skeeter has an open invite policy when it comes to factory tours. If you ever find yourself in Kilgore, Texas and have an interest in seeing how these boats are made for yourself, just remember, no appointment necessary, just show on up and take a tour.